All right, fam. Hey, this is what we working with today. Seen the thumbnail. Hey, we working with some pork chops. We're gonna make these smothered. You already see we got about close to about 2.5 pounds pork chops. Hey, let me get these out the package. Let me clean them up. We're gonna get these seasoned up, and I'm gonna hit it with some garlic powder. Now, these seasonings that I'm using, hey, you can mix these all up in a bowl if you like, but because I didn't really want to do that, I'm just gonna take them ingredient by ingredient, and this will be in the description box so you can follow along. Got some onion powder, and then we're gonna hit it with that baptizing Cajun. We're gonna press the seasoning down, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more of that Cajun seasoning on top. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that Cajun, baptizing Cajun seasoning is absolutely fantastic. If you haven't got your bottle yet, hey, go ahead and get your bottle. Cookwithmanualfocus.com. You can also find it in my YouTube store, which will lead you to the link there. We're gonna go and we're gonna season the backside of these pork chops. Simple recipe. All you really need is a couple ingredients, hot pan, some grease, and you already know, if you haven't made smothered pork chops before, hey, you in for a treat. So same seasonings that we used on the front side, hey, this is what we're using on the back. And you always want to season high, and you get more coverage, even coverage, when you season it up high than you do when you season it down low. So finish it off with that Cajun seasoning. You can use Creole if you like. And then we just, like I said, pat that down. Then we just add a little bit more. Hey, we in the game. Got our yellow onion. And we gonna make us some onion gravy. Cut these however you like. I'm just gonna make it simple, just like so. But again, cut them however you like. Hey, this your kitchen, your show, your house. Hey, do what you like. Hey, that's what Hump said, right? Do what you like, if y'all remember that. Now, I still ain't got me another garlic press, which I need to do, because I smashed mine on one of these recipes. And so I got to do these manual now. But hey, really don't matter. So all you got to do is chop that thing up, and then come back and mince that thing up. And then we just scoop this up. That's why I love this knife, because I can use this as like a little tool too. So we got everything prepared that we need. We just need a little bit of flour to coat these pork chops. And then what you want to do is you want to mimic what you season the pork chops with. And that's my baptizing Cajun seasoning, that garlic powder, and that onion powder. Get everything mixed up. Hey, get your trusty, dusty fork. And then we're gonna come take our pork chop, and then we're gonna get it coated in that flour, like so. And then I'm just gonna press down to get this here. And then you're gonna do all your pork chops just like this, and then we take them over to that pan. We got our cast iron skillet. We're gonna add some oil to this. All right, we got this grease ready to go. So we're gonna put these down off in this pan, get them situated. And then we wanna cook these about 5 minutes. So we'll go ahead and flip these over, and they should be nice and golden. Cook that other side for additional 5 minutes. And then once you get a nice little browning on both sides, you can go ahead and take these out. And if you need to kind of let some of them cook a little bit more, hey, you can. But then once they're ready to go, take them out. And then we on to the next step. So we got our pan cleaned up. So we just add a little bit more oil. Now we're gonna toss in our onions. I know that looks like a lot of onions, but these are render down for us. So I got my onions about where I want them to be. Now I'm gonna add me a couple tablespoons of butter into this pan, and we'll allow this butter to melt. Hey, you remember that seasoned flour that we had? Hey, we're gonna get us a couple of heaping tablespoons of it. Actually, we're gonna go with about 4 tablespoons of that flour, and then we're gonna cook this flour taste out of this flour. And we on our way to a delicious gravy, fam. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add me about another pat of butter in there. It's looking a little dry for me. And then you wanna cook this until your flour has a nice little brown color on it. And this will prevent you from having to use, you know what I'm saying, like browning or anything like that. But if you want to use browning, you can once you get to that step, but allowing this flour to brown would make it easy to save some ingredients. Now while that's working this magic, I'm gonna add in my garlic right before we add in our broth. So we gonna continue to work with this, let this become fragrant. And then when that garlic starts screaming your name, hey, we're gonna go ahead and add in our chicken broth. And watch this make that gravy. And then you'll start seeing that gravy starting to thicken up for you as that flour starts to do what it do. And what I like to do with my gravy to add a little bit more color is paprika. And then this is Hungarian style paprika. It's a little bit redder in color, so it'll deepen up this gravy. As you see right here, that Hungarian paprika gives it a bunch of color. And look at that gravy right there. Hey, if it thickens up too much, you can add some more chicken broth if you like to thin it out. Hey, but that looks good. What you want to do at this time is taste it and see what you need to add to it. But I'm gonna add in a little bit, just a pinch of kosher salt, and then I'm gonna add in a touch of sage, and then a touch of black pepper, and we get everything mixed in. But look at this right here. Yes, sir. Hey, it's smelling delicious, fam. And then all we gotta do is add those pork chops. So we get those chops and we get them situated. Then we got them chops in there. All we gotta do is spoon us over some of that gravy. Or let these continue to cook until they done the rest of the way over. But we're gonna go ahead and get these covered, smothered. Shop looking so lonely. We're gonna get it in here somehow, some way. We're gonna make it today. Let me put a lid on this. I got all 4 of them in there, and let's let this finish cooking. We got to get us one of these out of here. And look at this right here. Hey, ooh-wee. So let me get this thing dressed up with that gravy. Hey, I'm gonna give me a little piece of that onion. Got that gravy. Yes, sir, that pork chop. We in the game. Hey, cheers, fam. Now that right there, Hey, simply amazing, seasoned up right. That gravy is delicious. You already know I gotta go in for another bite. Now, if you're new to my channel, you like this content, hey, go ahead, smash that like button so you can tell the YouTube algorithm that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to share it with your family and friends also, and then tell them in the message when you share it to them. Kicking with Manual Focus got you in the game. Hey, you already know what your boy Coach Ike is about to do. Hey, I'm about to smash into these smothered pork chops, and I'll see you guys on the next recipe. Hey, we in the game.